Timex just introduced another awesome watch for around $200. On top of that, we have great releases from Oris, Omega, Nomos, and many others. My name is Oleg, that right there is Mr. Bond, and this is a weekly YouTube show where we talk about the latest watch releases. Now, let's talk about the new Bulgari Octo Finissimo automatic in a Sandblasted yellow gold case. The titanium Octo Finissimo is one of my favorite watches on the market. I was surprised to learn that the yellow gold version actually never existed. It was only available in rose gold, which is now discontinued, and replaced with this sandblasted yellow gold case and bracelet instead. A lot of other technical specs about the watch stayed the same. It still features a 40mm diameter, 6.4mm case height, incredibly thin. It's made out of 18 karat yellow gold, and it has an improved water resistance of 100 meters as opposed to 30 meters on the previous versions. The movement in the watch stayed the same as the caliber BVL138. It's a micro rotor automatic movement with 31 joules that beats at 3 Hz, and it comes with an impressive 60 hours of power reserve. Now, as far as this release goes, it's not going to be a limited release. It's part of the standard collection, and this watch is priced at 51,500 euro. Next, let's talk about the new Oris Aquis date relief in a 43.5mm case. Oris Aquis is a fairly large line of watches. There are so many different sizes, different movements, different bezels, and different color variations that it's kind of difficult to keep track of everything that's going on. Essentially, this new model is an update to the previous 43.5mm version. However, now it comes with the updated case and the updated bracelet. The relief and the name of this watch refers to the bezel. As you can see, it has this sort of unique design, almost like a Seamaster, where the markings are raised so you can kind of feel them with your finger. I really like how these watches look. And as I mentioned, this watch comes in the updated case, 43.5mm diameter, 13mm case height, and about 51mm like-to-like distance. They come with 300 meters of water resistance. And these ones are the Sellita-based movements powered by the Oris caliber 733, which is essentially a Sellita SW200. It beats at 4 Hz and it comes with 41 hours of power reserve. And as far as the pricing and availability, this is part of the standard collection. This watch is priced at 2,100 Swiss francs on the rubber strap, or 2,300 Swiss francs on the stainless steel bracelet. The Nomos Ahoi Neomatik 38 date, now with the white dial. I'm not going to spend too much time on this release because it essentially is a new color dial to already existing line. So prior to this release, the watch was available in the sort of champagne dial, the baby blue dial, the dark blue dial, and now it's available with a white dial, which I think makes a lot of sense. I'm actually surprised that it took Nomos this long to introduce this watch with this new dial variation. As far as everything else, the watch is about the same. It still comes in a stainless steel case, 38.5mm diameter by about 9.9mm case height. It features 200 meters of water resistance, and it is still powered by the same caliber DUW6101, which is an in-house automatic movement that beats at 3 Hz, and it comes with 42 hours of power reserve. Just like many other Nomos models, this watch could be had with either open or closed caseback. So with the solid caseback, this watch costs 3,720 euro, and with a sapphire caseback so you can admire the movement, the watch costs 4,020 euro, and that's the version I would advise you to go for, although you do have to pay a 300 euro premium. Next, let's talk about the new Timex Enigma 1975 Mystery Dial Black. I personally am a huge fan of Timex Q collection. They have some really cool watches, and these watches tend to be very popular with general public as well as collector community. So this new mystery dial is actually part of already existing line of watches. I think a couple of years ago we got the blue version, now we got the black version, and I actually think the black version looks better. As far as the technical specs go, this watch is made out of stainless steel. It features a 37mm diameter by about 12.7mm case height. It comes with 50 meters of water resistance, and it is powered by the Timex quartz movement. Now, the best part about this watch is undoubtedly the design and the sort of vintage aesthetic. I'm a big fan of how this watch looks. The mystery dials are very fascinating. Of course, this one is cheating a little bit because there is this sort of black circle applied to the underside of the crystal to make it seem like this set of hands is just floating. There is no center pinion, so it's a bit of cheating, but at the same time, I think that's kind of what makes this watch also very special, especially this price point around $209 is how much this watch costs. I think a very fair price, even though it's a quartz movement watch. It is still very cool, and in my opinion, it's one of the coolest watches you can get at this price category. And next, let's talk about the new Maen Manhattan 37 Ultra Thin collection. Maen is a micro brand that's super impressive. I really like their design language, and I reviewed one of their watches, the triple date calendar, and I was very impressed not only with their design language, but also with the execution of finishes. Now, this new model is part of already existing line, so let me explain. First, Manhattan was introduced in the 39mm case, then it was introduced in the 37mm case, then it was introduced in the 39 ultra thin case, and now it's introduced in the 37mm ultra thin case. Other than the thinner dimensions of the watch, it also features a new movement. So as far as the technical specifications go, this one is 37mm in case diameter, 7.1mm in case height, so it is ultra thin, and it comes with about 47mm lug-to-lug distance, and it features 100 meters of water resistance. So the big change in this new model is the new movement, the ETA 7001. I mean, it's not a new movement in general, but it is a new movement in this specific model. It comes with 17 joules, it beats at 3 hertz, and it features 42 hours of power reserve. As far as the design of this watch goes, I'm a huge fan. I think this watch looks incredible. Maen has been killing it lately with their design, and this one here is at the top of that list. As far as the price and availability, this watch will be open to orders on June 23rd, and it's priced at 1,079 euro. And next, let's talk about the new Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 30mm collection. I'm not going to spend too much time on this watch. I just wanted to mention it in this release because it features the new updated and smaller coaxial movement. In fact, I think this is the smallest coaxial movement ever made. Is the new caliber 8750 and 8751, depending on whether you get one with the gold rotor or not, but both movements have otherwise the same specs. They both are 3.5 hertz beat movements. They feature 48 hours of power reserve, coaxial escapement, master chronometer certification, and 15,000 Gauss of anti-magnetic resistance. I think this model here is just impressive with the feat of engineering that it took to create such an impressive movement in such a small package. Everything else about the watch is essentially your standard Aqua Terra, just in a smaller case. So the case now is 30mm in diameter and about 10.65mm in case height. It still features 150 meters of water resistance, and as far as the pricing goes, it ranges from 6,900 euro for all stainless steel version, all the way to 42,000 euro. That's for the moonshine gold with diamond indexes, etc., you know, the fanciest of the fanciest. I think even around 7,000 euro is a bit high for this watch. The watch prices lately have been going through the roof. The new Union Glashütte Noramis date, Deutschland Classic 2025. Union Glashütte is a German watch company, and they have the subcategory of watches that I had no idea even existed. The dials are based on different rim designs from various vehicles in the past. Well, now this new model is featuring this sort of rim design from old school Mercedes that, for whatever reason, really works. Saying it out loud and writing those words on paper, it wouldn't make sense for this watch to be this attractive, but for whatever reason, I really like it. In terms of the specs, it comes in a 40mm case diameter, 10.4mm case height. It's made out of stainless steel and it features 100 meters of water resistance. The movement powering this watch is the ETA 2892, which is an automatic movement that beats at 3.5 hertz, and it comes with 60 hours of power reserve. And this will be a limited edition watch to 200 pieces. The price of it is 2,780 euro. Next, let's talk about the new SpaceOne WorldTimer collection. SpaceOne is a fascinating watch company. They create some very unique looking watches. I actually met them at the timepieces show here in Vancouver a few months back, and those timepieces really stuck in my mind. Now there is this new collection with the WorldTimer complication that looks very much on brand with SpaceOne, and it looks like something you would wear if you were in Star Trek. This model comes in a grade 5 titanium. It features a 42.7mm length and 41.9mm width and a 15.8mm case height. So these are large watches, these are statement pieces. It's not your daily, really. You wear something like this because you want people to ask you questions about it, so it kind of stands out on your wrist. In terms of the movement, it's the Saprod P024, which has been modified with a special module that they built in-house. It beats at 4 Hz and it comes with 38 hours of power reserve. It is still an automatic movement. And as far as the availability and pre-order, each version is available in 600 pieces, and these watches are super reasonably priced at 2,700 euro. Looking at this watch on pictures, on videos, it's kind of hard to get it, but I assure you, when I was sort of holding it in my hand and trying it on, it does feel really impressive. It does feel like something special. So good job on this one from SpaceOne. And that's it for this week's watch releases. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos like this in the future, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what release stood out to you. I always enjoy reading your comments. By the way, today on my wrist, I'm wearing my Breitling Avenger 43mm. I keep on forgetting to do the wristwatch check, but this time I remembered. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.